Hello friends, just wanted to give you a little bit more detailed directions for your distance learning for week 2. I know things were a little confusing during week 1, so hopefully this video will help with that. The first thing you're going to do is obviously watch this video. You found this in your Google Classroom or on the homework doc, Pacesetter homework doc page. Once you're done watching this video, you are going to open up your distance learning virtual learning for April 6, 2020. It's a presentation. So you're going to open that up. You can find it in Google Classroom, or you can find it on the Pacesetter distance learning document, which used to be our homework doc. You should have this bookmarked on your Chromebook. So this will be a link for you to click on, and when you click on that, or like I said, you can click on the link here in Google Classrooms, you will open up this presentation. So when you open up the presentation, you will see this first page of the Google Slides. So I'll just go through each slide really quick so that you can see exactly what to expect and know what to do. So the first slide just is like a title slide, tells you which week we're looking at. All assignments are due by Sunday, April 12th at 11:59 p.m. Please email any questions before 2 p.m. on Friday. You know that your teachers have office hours Monday through, actually, I'm going to change that. This will be Thursday this week because Friday is a holiday, so we don't have school on Friday. So if you have any questions, please email them to either Mrs. Brooks or myself before 2 p.m. on Thursday. Our office hours are 9 to 11 and 1 to 2 Monday through Thursday this week. So if we answer you outside of those office hours, that's just kind of a lucky break for you. But if you have any questions or need any help, you need to let us know before Thursday afternoon because we have the weekend off as far as teaching and so forth goes. Slide number 2, this is our class meeting times. We are going to have a Google Meet so that we can see each other face to face and talk to each other. We'll be meeting on Tuesday, April 7th. Here's the scheduled time for Tuesdays. Core 1's time, Core 2, Core 3, and Core 4, all your start times for Google Meet are here. You can find the link for getting into the Google Meet discussion in Google Classroom. I will post that the day before so that you can find it, or maybe actually I probably post it the morning of, so you can find it pretty easily. Tuesday, April 7th, we will be meeting with all the Pacesetter teachers. And then on Thursday, April 9th, it will just be myself, Ms. Stuhan, and Miss Sexton is going to join us, one of the school psychologists. Really important is your Google Meet etiquette guide. You need to mute yourself when you get into the class or into the meeting so that we don't have 100 people talking all at once. If you have questions, there's a text box over to the side, a chat box. You can type your questions in there. And you want to say something or answer any questions, go ahead and type over there, and then wait your turn. Wait for me or one of the other teachers to call on you, and then you can unmute yourself and talk. Make sure that you're looking into the camera. You don't want to be looking somewhere else. And then when you're muted, you need to pay attention to what other people are saying, not just walk off or whatever. So those are our meeting times. Number 3 says join Flipgrid. A lot of you have already done this, but if you haven't yet, you want to click on this link right here to join our Flipgrid. It's a fun way for us to stay connected and share with each other. You can respond to your other classmates. I've posted 2 Flipgrids. A lot of you have already done the first one, which is sharing your feelings about the first week of virtual learning. But everybody needs to go ahead and do the second Flipgrid, which is to interview your family about the stay-at-home order. And there's directions in Flipgrid. Flipgrids are optional if you don't want to be recording yourself or whatever. If your guardians don't want you doing that, that's okay. It is optional. Slide number 4 has our first lesson. You are going to, first of all, number 1, complete the needs form. This is a way for me to take virtual attendance, and if you need anything, you can tell me here. And number 2, you're going to watch the videos below. So we've got this video here. It is a screencast-o-matic with me in the corner teaching you how to find the area of special quadrilaterals. And then this video here is a video of me teaching you how to find the area of special polygons. So if you can go ahead and click on the video right in the slide. There it is. But if you want this to be bigger, you just need to click this little button down here. Once you're done watching these 2 videos, and I would recommend taking notes on the videos so that you can remember how to do this. You can always come back and watch the videos again, but notes are good as well. You're going to complete digits 13-5. The link is in Google Classroom. Up here where it says classwork, all of these links will be activated when it's time. Monday morning. They should be activated now by the time you're watching this video. So then once you're done with this, you're going to go to, this is your lesson 1. Lesson 2 slide is number 5, and I'm asking you to complete a digits 13-6 homework. Link again is in Google Classroom. Then you're going to log into Study Island and do some work in there. Study Island's a fun thing. We didn't have it before because it's kind of expensive, but with the stay-at-home order, they're giving us a free membership for a couple months, so I'm going to take advantage of that. When you log in, your username is your email address for school. Your password is the same school password that you use for everything. Some of you I didn't have school passwords for, so I made your password ABC. So if your password doesn't work, try using ABC. If none of that works, then email me. You're going to click on sign in, and then on the left side of the screen, you're going to click on OH programs. Under subject, you're going to scroll down and click on math, and then scroll down to number 5, geometry. Click on letter A, area, and you will need to do the 10 questions either in practice mode or game mode. Either way is fine. If you want a little review on how to find area, you can click on the lesson. If you want to do some flashcards, you can do that as well. Probably most of you will want to do game mode. It's a lot more fun than just doing practice mode. You're going to answer a question. When you get it right, you get to play a little game between each question. So that's your lesson 2. Not a whole lot going on there, just more review and practicing of area. Lesson number 6, or not lesson 6. Slide 6, lesson 3 is we're going to start doing some 3D stuff with geometry. So I just want to give you a little review of 3D shapes. So number 1, you're going to watch the Ed Puzzle. This can be found in your classwork in Google Classroom. Ed Puzzle 3D shapes is what you're looking for. So you're going to complete that. Then you're going to watch the 2 videos below. This one is on prisms. This one is on pyramids. And again, if you want to make the video larger, there's that little square button that you can click in the bottom. And take notes again. Hopefully this is all review, so it won't be difficult, but you can take notes if you learn something new or hear something new. Then you're going to complete the digits 14-1 homework. Link is in Google Classroom. Lesson 4 is our last lesson for the week because we do have Friday off because it's Good Friday. We don't have school that day. So lesson 4 is just your air practice number 5. You're going to open this air practice 5 link right here. You can either print it or just do the work on a separate piece of paper. You may use your calculator for the assignment. Once you get the air practice number 5 done, you're going to watch this video down here to find out the answers, figure out your percentage correct, and then click on this link here to complete the Google form to submit your score. Slide number 8 is just a checklist so that you make sure that you have everything done. You can either print this checklist out and then just put a check mark next to things when you get them done, or you can write the checklist down on a separate piece of paper and then check things off as you get it done. So these are all the things that I'm going to be looking for from you. You'll notice the last thing on the list is challenge problems. There's a couple more slides here. I did put some challenge problems on here just for fun. These are optional, you don't have to do them, but let's take a look really quick. The challenge problems on the next 3 slides are optional and just for fun. Just email me your answers, and then for all the people who have correct answers, I will do a shout out on the video for next week. So here are your challenge problem number 1, number 2, and number 3. So that's it for the week for week 2. If you have any questions, please email me. If you need any help with any of your digits homework, definitely email me. I can always send you a video or whatever, but keep in mind this is meant to be done in order. A lot of you were bouncing around last week doing things randomly, but I have made these lessons to be done in order because they build upon each other and it will make life easier. So hopefully the addition of the checklist on slide number 8 will help you to make sure you have everything done. And hopefully this little video explaining how things work will help you as well. Have a great week. As always, if you need anything at all, please reach out. Miss you, my friends, and I will see you soon.